Have you noticed how gut problems rarely begin with something dramatic? More often, they creep in quietly. A little bloating after meals, a heavy stomach that lingers into the evening, a strange tightness in the belly, maybe constipation one week, discomfort the next, and a constant feeling that your digestion is never truly settled. So you buy another probiotic, hoping this one will finally fix it. But what if your gut is not asking for more bacteria in a capsule? What if it is asking for a simple signal your body has understood for generations? In Japan, many people have long embraced a gentle habit after eating. One that takes only 3 minutes, asks almost nothing from you, and may help the digestive system feel lighter, calmer, and more regular. And the surprising part is this: it does not begin in a bottle. It begins with rhythm, with movement, with breath, with giving your body a chance to do what it was designed to do. In today's video, we are going to explore a Japanese-inspired daily ritual that may support digestion in a natural, grounded way, especially for adults who are tired of chasing quick fixes and just want to feel normal again. This is not about fear, and it is not about extreme claims. It is about understanding why the gut often struggles in modern life, and how one small, steady habit after meals may help reduce that sluggish, swollen, uncomfortable feeling so many people live with every day without ever talking about it. The habit is beautifully simple. After a meal, instead of sinking into a chair, scrolling on your phone, or going straight back to work, you spend just 3 minutes walking slowly and breathing gently. Not power walking, not exercising hard. Just 3 calm minutes of movement, with your shoulders relaxed, your jaw unclenched, and your breath steady. It may sound too small to matter, but this is exactly why so many people overlook it. We have been trained to believe that real results must come from something stronger, faster, or more expensive. Yet the digestive system does not always respond best to force. Very often, it responds to rhythm. And when that rhythm is missing, the body lets you know. Think about how many adults eat under pressure. Breakfast is rushed. Lunch is squeezed between tasks. Dinner is eaten with tension still sitting in the chest from the entire day. Then almost immediately, the body is asked to be still. You sit in the car, you sit at a desk, you sit on the couch, or you lie down too soon. Food has entered the stomach, but the rest of the body is acting as if digestion is an afterthought. Over time, this pattern can leave people feeling bloated, heavy, backed up, sluggish, and strangely disconnected from their own hunger and fullness cues. It is not always that the body is broken. Sometimes the body is simply overwhelmed, rushed, and out of sync. This is where the 3-minute Japanese-inspired habit becomes so powerful. It works because it respects something very old and very human. After eating, gentle motion can help the body settle into the process of digestion more smoothly than abrupt stillness. A relaxed walk after a meal may support the natural movement of the digestive tract, encourage the body to process what was eaten with less stagnation, and reduce that unpleasant feeling that food is just sitting there like a stone. Add slow breathing, and something even deeper begins to happen. The body receives a message of safety. When breathing becomes calmer, the nervous system often becomes calmer too. And digestion tends to work better when the body does not feel like it is under attack. That matters more than many people realize. Because for countless adults, gut discomfort is not only about what they eat. It is also about how they eat, how quickly they eat, what emotional state they are in while eating, and what they do in the minutes that follow. You can take a probiotic and still eat in a state of stress. You can buy digestive teas and still rush through every meal. You can search endlessly for the perfect supplement while ignoring the simple body signals that make digestion easier in the first place. The problem is not that probiotics are always bad or useless. For some people, they may be helpful, but many people use them as a shortcut, hoping a capsule will compensate for habits that quietly work against the gut all day long. This is why this small ritual feels so refreshing. It puts the focus back on what your body can do with the right support. Here is how it works in real life. You finish breakfast. Instead of carrying that meal into immediate stillness, you stand up, soften your shoulders, and walk slowly around your home for 3 minutes. Maybe you walk through the kitchen, the hallway, out to the balcony, or just in small circles near a window. You do not rush. You are not trying to burn calories. You simply let the body remain gently active. As you walk, you breathe in through the nose if that feels comfortable, then exhale slowly and fully. You let the stomach area stay soft rather than tensed. That alone can change the experience of the meal. Instead of heaviness, there may be a sense of flow. Instead of pressure building in the belly, there may be ease. Do the same after lunch, especially if lunch usually leaves you sleepy or swollen. 3 minutes in a quiet office corridor, a garden path, a driveway, or even beside the dining table can interrupt the familiar pattern of post-meal stagnation. After dinner, this may be even more valuable. Evening digestion can feel especially difficult for many middle-aged and older adults. Dinner is often the largest meal, and it comes at the end of a tired day, when stress has already piled up and movement has decreased. A gentle 3-minute walk after dinner can become a signal that the day is winding down with care, not collapse. It is a transition, a soft bridge between eating and resting. And over time, these small bridges matter, because health is not usually transformed by one dramatic day. It is shaped by repeated moments. The benefit of this habit is not just that it may reduce bloating. It may also help you feel more aware of how your body responds to meals. When people begin slowing down after eating instead of disconnecting immediately, they often notice patterns they never saw before. They realize certain meals leave them unnaturally heavy. They notice that eating too quickly makes the walk feel uncomfortable, while eating more slowly makes the body feel lighter. They begin to understand that digestion is not a mysterious event happening somewhere in the background. It is a living process that responds to attention, pace, stress, and environment. That awareness is powerful. It can gently guide better choices without shame, fear, or extreme rules. And this is especially important as the body ages. Aging digestion often becomes more sensitive to routine. Sleep quality, hydration, chewing, meal size, movement, and stress all begin to matter more, not less. The gut may not bounce back from careless habits the way it once did. That is why a small practice like this can feel almost surprisingly effective. It is not flashy, but it is deeply compatible with what an aging body often needs: gentleness, consistency, and support rather than pressure. Think of the person who eats breakfast and then immediately drives to work, sits for hours, and wonders why their belly feels tight by mid-morning. Think of the person who finishes dinner, sits slouched in front of the television, and feels both full and uncomfortable all night. Think of the person who keeps trying new powders and pills, but still rushes every meal and rarely moves afterward. For these people, and for so many others, the solution may not be more intensity. It may be a return to a calmer sequence. Eat with a little more awareness. Stand, walk, breathe. Let the body continue. That is the solution hidden inside this simple habit. And the benefit can go beyond digestion. Some people feel more energized after meals instead of crashing. Some feel less mental fog. Some notice more regular bathroom habits over time. Others find that this tiny ritual helps them feel emotionally steadier because it creates a pause in the day, a moment where they are not consuming, rushing, or numbing, but simply participating in their own care. That matters. Healing habits often work on more than one level. They support the body, but they also restore trust. They remind you that your health is not only a problem to solve, it is a relationship to rebuild. And this is why the everyday example matters so much. This habit must feel realistic, or it will not last. The beauty is that almost anyone can adapt it. After breakfast, you might wash your cup, then walk slowly while the kettle cools and the morning light comes in through the window. After lunch, you might take 3 minutes before returning to your desk, simply pacing gently and breathing deeper than usual. After dinner, you might walk across the porch, around the dining room, or beside your kitchen counter while the house becomes quiet. No gym clothes, no special equipment, no perfect conditions. Just a small commitment repeated often enough to become familiar. And once it becomes familiar, it begins to feel natural. That is when habits become powerful, when they stop feeling like tasks and start feeling like identity. You become someone who supports digestion instead of ignoring it. Someone who does not panic at every symptom but listens earlier. Someone who understands that the body often whispers before it screams. That whisper may be the bloating after lunch, the heaviness after dinner, the irregular bowel pattern, the pressure in the abdomen, the restless sleep after eating too late and collapsing onto the couch. These are not just annoyances, they are messages. And this 3-minute ritual is one way of answering them with respect. Not with fear, not with obsession, just with a wiser rhythm. So before assuming your gut needs another product, consider whether it might first need a better sequence. A little less rush, a little less sitting, a little more softness after meals, a little more breath, a little more trust in the body's natural design. Because sometimes the most meaningful change does not come from adding something new. It comes from removing what blocks the body from doing its work well. And in this case, what blocks it may be the rushed meal, the tense breath, the instant stillness, the disconnected routine. Replace those with 3 slow minutes, and you may begin to notice something subtle but powerful. Your stomach feels calmer. Your body feels lighter, and your digestion starts to feel less like a daily struggle and more like a quiet system finally being given a chance to work with you instead of against you. There is a moment when many people suddenly realize they have been caring for their gut in the most complicated way possible. They have bought supplements, tested trendy foods, cut out favorite meals, and still that heavy, unsettled feeling keeps returning. And that is where this conversation needs to change. Because sometimes the gut is not failing you. Sometimes it is simply responding to the pace of your life. Too much rushing, too much sitting, too much tension, too little breathing room after meals. So let me say something that may stay with you. Your body often heals through rhythm before it heals through intensity. That is the real pattern interrupt here. Not a new powder, not another miracle promise. Just the shocking idea that something so small can matter so much. 3 minutes, a few slow steps, a softer breath, a more respectful ending to each meal. And when you begin doing this consistently, you may notice something deeper than physical relief. You may notice that you stop feeling at war with your own body. You stop reacting to every symptom with panic. You start observing. You start understanding. You begin to feel that your digestion is not some random mystery, but a living process that changes when your daily rhythm changes. That shift is powerful, because it gives you back a sense of quiet control. And now, let us bring this home in the simplest way possible. If your stomach often feels bloated, heavy, sluggish, or unpredictable, do not begin by assuming you need something stronger. Begin by giving your body something gentler. After one meal today, stand up and walk slowly for 3 minutes. Breathe calmly. Relax your shoulders. Let your stomach stay soft. Then notice how you feel. This tiny Japanese-inspired habit may not look dramatic, but many meaningful health changes never do. They begin quietly, and then they begin to change everything. The key message is simple. Support your digestion with rhythm, not panic. With consistency, not extremes. With practical habits that fit real life. Better digestion often grows from balanced meals, gentle movement, calmer evenings, and sleep that allows the body to recover. This habit is not a miracle. It is a starting point. But sometimes, a small starting point is exactly what the body has been waiting for. And if this message found you at the right time, write gut reset in the comments so you can mark the moment you decided to care for your health in a calmer, wiser way. Save this video and come back to it after your next meal, because the smallest daily habit can become the beginning of a much lighter life. Daily gut discomfort is not always about what you need to buy. Sometimes relief begins with a simple 3-minute habit after meals. This Japanese-inspired walking and breathing ritual may help you feel lighter, calmer, and more regular naturally. Watch until the end and try it today. #GutHealth. #HealthyAging. #Daily Health Tips, Gut Health, Healthy Gut Habits, Digestion Support, Bloating Relief. Natural Gut Health. Japanese Health Habits. Probiotic Alternatives. Post-Meal Walk. Better Digestion Tips. Healthy Aging Digestion. How to Reduce Bloating. Gut Reset Routine. Digestive Wellness. Daily Healthy Living Tips. Constipation Support. Stomach Bloating Remedies. Calm Digestion Habits. Walking after meals benefits. Sleep and digestion. Movement for gut health. Natural wellness for seniors. Middle-age health tips. Healthy routine for digestion. Simple daily health habits. Improve gut health naturally. 3-minute health habit. Japanese longevity habits. Anti-bloating routine. Gentle wellness habits. Digestive health for older adults. There comes a point when many people realize they have been trying to fix their digestion with more products, more promises, and more hope in the next bottle, while the real problem has been hiding in plain sight. That is the shift I want you to feel right here. Your gut may not be begging for something stronger. It may be begging for something gentler, something slower, something your body can actually recognize. Because the truth is, digestion does not thrive in a rushed, tense, exhausted body. It thrives in rhythm. And that is why this tiny 3-minute habit matters more than it seems. Not because it is dramatic, but because it interrupts the pattern that keeps so many people stuck. Eat fast, sit down, feel heavy, blame the body, buy another fix, and repeat. But what happens when you break that cycle with 3 calm minutes of walking and breathing? For many people, the body begins to soften. The stomach feels less trapped. The mind feels less panicked. And suddenly, health stops feeling like a fight and starts feeling like a relationship again. That is the real turning point. So let us bring it all together. If you often feel bloated, sluggish, or uncomfortable after meals, begin with this simple practice. After eating, stand up, walk slowly, relax your shoulders, and breathe gently for just 3 minutes. Do not worry about being perfect. Do not turn it into a workout. Just give your body a softer ending to the meal. Over time, this small habit can become part of a larger foundation. More balanced meals, calmer eating, better movement through the day, and deeper rest at night. The message is simple but powerful. Better digestion often begins not with panic, but with consistency. Not with extremes, but with support. Not with another product, but with a wiser daily rhythm. And if this message speaks to something your body has been trying to tell you, leave a comment with the words 3-minute reset so you can mark this moment for yourself. Save this video and try this habit after your very next meal. Sometimes the smallest act of care becomes the beginning of the biggest change.